Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Hope it's fantastic and wonderful. It's pretty great here. It's Friday and it's gorgeous outside after a week of cold rain. It's nice to have a really nice day, except that M's gone and we can't go play disc golf or anything like that. So let's talk about that. M's gone. A lot of reaction to that video. Actually, a lot of reaction to videos in general this week. So let's talk about some of that, because I really appreciate it when you guys interact with me. I know that some of you interact with every single video, but when I get a bunch of people coming through and leaving comments because of content, that really makes me feel great, right? Like, when I started this, I've said this before, when I started this, I was really hoping to try to put together some sort of like community-driven talk show type format where you as the viewers could participate somehow, either through calling in. I had the voicemail line that you could call in. I still have it. You can call it. The number's in the description and at the end of every video. Please leave a voicemail. I'll play it on the air. I had the voicemail line so we could have discussions, and I was hoping that I could get topic suggestions or whatever, and we could sort of craft something. But over the years, it turned into a diary. And every now and then, though, I like to come back and really try and ask some good questions about just life, you know, and see what your responses are to that. So let's start with the sobriety checkpoint. We got the welding video. Like, that's just more about me than anything. What I learned from you is that, yes, sobriety checkpoints are very much a very real thing, but the thing I didn't really think about was, I think it was Chris, or no, it was Jim Jones from Great Big Table said that they happen late at night, which, now that I think about it, that makes a lot of sense. Like, they happen when people are leaving bars, not necessarily at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. I hadn't really thought about that. I guess I don't really do a whole lot of driving around after midnight, but according to you guys, they're very, very real. And some of you have been through them. I know that here, I think they're kind of a randomized test. Somebody said that they were stopping everybody. One person said they're all over the place in Jersey. Another person said they saw a couple here north of me in Morgantown, West Virginia, which is, there's a big college town, and I guess that makes sense. But that was interesting to find out. Like, I've still not seen one. Maybe someday I will. Then we talked about wearing masks, and will you wear a mask once this is all over? And I got a whole lot of viewpoints because I really wanted a lot of viewpoints. I openly said I have not been wearing a mask in public, and I kind of expected some pushback. I don't think I got pushback so much as I feel like I got a little bit of judgment from people, and that's perfectly fine, right? Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with us having that sort of discussion. But I would say that most people said, you know, they'll take it off to eat or sit somewhere, and when they're not around people, I think the consensus was that we hope, as a group, as a bunch of people here, we hope that people continue to wear masks when they are sick, or they stay home, or they distance, and that some people seem like they're just going to continue wearing masks all the time. I know Fred Jackson commented that in the UK, there's a lot of people just completely ignoring the rules, and he's been sick and has lost a lot of time off of work, and that made, you know, lost thousands of pounds from all of this, and he's only had the first dose. And I know that in a lot of countries, especially like the poorer countries in Europe, that getting the shot isn't really even an option right now. My friends in Poland have, a few of them have it, but not all of them. It's kind of a, you know, which part of the reason I wanted to have that discussion was because here in West Virginia, like, we are begging people to get the shot. We're out of people. Like, we have thousands of doses just sitting here, and nobody wants it. In fact, we were getting ready to start a state COVID lottery, or a state lottery for the vaccination. About a month ago, we started a program to pay young people, so people between the ages of 16 and 35. If you've had the vaccine, you get $100, and they would pay it to you either in a $100 gift card or a prepaid Visa or a $100, I think, CD or some other government investment. And now we're starting a lottery because there's just nobody wants it. We've already maxed, like, there's nobody going to get the vaccine anymore. And that's a problem because my big concern with it is this vaccine, it's not like you take it and that's it. You're good for the rest of your life. This is only for like 3 months. And this disease has proven to not be a seasonal thing like the flu. It's proven to be year round. And so what happens after 3 months when none of our vaccines are good anymore? Like, what do we do then? I don't know how that's going to work out. So that's kind of why I wanted to have the discussion because, in West Virginia at least, there's nobody else is willing to get it. We're having to pay people. And I think our lottery is going to give away like a total of $5 million over 5 weeks, plus some guns and trucks and shotguns and college tuition and that sort of stuff, just to try to get people to actually go get the damn shot. It's kind of sad. But I feel comfortable being out. I feel comfortable taking that risk. I've already had the virus, so I feel like I understand how it's going to affect me, and I'm willing to accept that risk, right? And I think that most people seem to kind of be fine with me, going maskless. And I think most people said that they will stop, I think, like, my kids would love to just keep wearing the mask forever. And then finally yesterday, let's talk about Em is leaving me. Was it clickbait? I guess. It is. I could have added in the title, Em is leaving me for 10 days. But it's more fun. I had more fun with it. And I knew I would get a bigger response. And so I did it entirely on purpose, right? Because it was, I mean, at this point, have I clickbaited you ever in the past 6 years of doing this show? I don't think so. I think that I've just never done it, right? And so I knew I've had a great, reception to my videos this week, so I knew that more people were going to be looking, and why not? Like, it's technically true. Em is leaving me. She left this morning. But she's only going to be gone for a short while, and then she'll be back. So, and not next week, but the week after, you'll get to see me be my normal self again. Because, it's important for me to tell the truth. And I did that. Did I do it in a less than socially correct way? Probably. But it's good. And I really thank you everybody who commented and chimed in and said, "Oh my gosh," because that was really great. And like I said, all week long I've had really good engagement with you, and I really appreciate that. It means the world to me. I can tell you that I do this because it makes me feel good. I can tell you that all the time, and I will continue to do this because it does make me feel better. It's like a form of medication or a form of therapy for me. But when I get those videos where I get 2 times as many viewers and I get, a dozen comments, that feels awesome. It feels really good to know that I've got that many friends out there in the world to connect with, and that we all have our own situations and our own lives, but yet every now and then we can stop and take a look into each other and say, I hope everything's okay. I really appreciate it. So that's all I have for you today. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my evening. I have my kids this weekend, so I'm not completely alone, and I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll find something fun to do. So thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you again Monday. Oh, we're on the G's now. Haha. Today's word you should know to sound smart is gable. It is a noun meaning the triangular upper part of a wall at the end of a rigid roof. The Sandersons could not resist purchasing a second Cape Cod home because they fell in love with the home's colorful gables. Gable, G-A-B-L-E. you should look into the concept of the McMansion and how excessive gables have become a status symbol